Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Heart, Mind, and Voice Show. Hello, lady and gentlemen. How are you all this
Hello.
evening?
Hey, hello.
So glad to be back. I am so glad to be back on,
Yes.
as some of my friends say, on TV. So glad to be back. We are here. We have missed you, HMB fam. We hope you
Yes, we miss
had
you
a
guys.
wonderful week. We were out last week, and our girl is not here tonight, but we definitely gonna get into it. She will be back on next week. It's your girl, Coach Shalonda. We have your girl, Miss Serious K.
Hello.
And as always, one of our very special guest co-hosts, Don the Realist. How are you,
Fantastic.
so y'all already know it's gonna be a show off the hook.
Get your
Okay.
get your seatbelts on. We're going for a ride.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely, absolutely. So before we get into the show, like I said, Miss Queen is not here tonight, but she will be back. We love you. Hope that you're having a wonderful night off, which you're probably not because she's busy doing some work, y'all. But we're gonna get right into the show. How was everybody week this week? Tom the realist, how was your week? What did
Productive.
you do exciting?
Um, I went to work, got some rest, and came home.
Really? So exciting.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
exciting.
serious K,
No,
please
it
give
was
me.
quiet. It was quiet.
It was quiet. Okay,
Yeah, it was
okay.
quiet.
Miss Serious K, give me something exciting.
I have nothing. I'm like Donna,
Now,
just working and trying to get a little rest in between, trying to take care of my health, that sort of
mhm.
thing. So, for some people that's kind of boring, but it keeps me on my toes when I have to try to, take care of myself. It keeps me, like always like trying to find ways to eat right and work out, just different things, different methods, so it keeps me
Yeah,
on my toes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely love. It's nothing like working out and trying to accomplish goals with the workout. And trying to staying healthy. That's like a forever goal.
Mm-hmm.
Staying healthy. But when
Mm-hmm.
you can stay healthy and you can see some results in how you look, because I always say when you lose weight, you feel so good. And even if you're maintaining or you've done something, you're like, oh my God, I feel the tonus in my arms, or I feel the tonus in my legs, and some
Mm-hmm.
people butts. I feel I see a little push.
Mm-hmm.
All of that feels great, and it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Women, that's the misconception of, with women trying to get their bodies and everything in shape. It's not for y'all, John the realist. It's for us.
Okay.
Women, serious K, am I lying? We do all
Yeah.
this hard work for us.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Oh,
trying to
And
we
and
trying
it's
to
greatly
stay.
appreciated.
We don't want to be bent all over at 60 and on the cane at 60. So yeah.
Exactly.
well, we're going to get right into the show. We're going to talk about one of the most talked about topic this week. One of the most, I mean, on every blog, on every news station, most talked about. And this is the Travis Scott Astroworld concert. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And it has all kind of labels right now, and it's so many perspectives about it. Before we get off into it, please be sure, HMV fam, to like, share, subscribe on our YouTube page. Be sure to join our Patreon. We've got some exciting things coming up, so go ahead and join that Patreon. Also, like and share on our Facebook page as well as Instagram. Now back
Yes.
to this Tara, the Travis Scott, and I'm sure you guys, not only because this was going to be a topic that we're going to discuss, but just the madness of it all. I
Yeah.
have so many perspectives about this, and I know a lot of people are trying to wanting to blame him per se, and it's almost like a bittersweet thing because he's a performer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure, I know Don the realist because you're a minister, you speak, and you're before people, you see people out in the audience, you just see bodies out in the audience. But you can't, you have to really laser beam focus. But when it's at nighttime and all the bright lights, you can see, but then you cannot see. And it's like a blur because, performers, they get it. I don't know if you guys ever had to perform, maybe do some type of dance or maybe had to get ready for this great speech or just some type of performance. And you get this adrenaline that's almost like supernatural. So, and I'm not saying that, he doesn't play a part in it because he definitely does, but definitely I wouldn't say he is, it's his fault completely. You know, I have it's so many people should be held accountable in this situation on my from my stance. So many people. We're talking from the actual venue itself, Live Nation that was over it. I mean, the list goes on and on. His security, the security that was there, that was from the, and then I heard, rumors about the type of security that was there. Anytime, I don't know if you guys know the exact number, but just the rumored number from the different news outlet, over 50,000 people, over
Hmm.
50,000 people. I can't imagine. I have no desire to attend such an event. And then the one thing that really got me was that they said that his concerts, some of his concerts, and I even saw, I think one of TMZ videos, he had got arrested like 4 years ago for
Yeah, I heard
inciting riot, and I guess his rage.
rage.
Who's going to allow their kid to go to a concert where they know that performer has been known to incite rage? Help me
Right.
understand. I'm lost on that. Serious K, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, I was looking into it and doing my research or whatever, and I was watching the interview with his spokesperson. Gail King did the interview with his spokesperson, and she was saying how he didn't know exactly what happened until hours later, and he was very sympathetic about it. And so, he's refunding these people all their money back. He's paying for the funeral services and all this kind of stuff. So she says he didn't know that all this stuff transpired. Like you said, you're on stage, you got all these lights flashing in your face, and you don't really know what's happening. And I immediately thought back to seeing the Michael Jackson concerts because I never
Mm-hmm.
been to one live, but I had one on video that me and my kids used to watch over and over again. You
Mm-hmm.
can see people passing out in the crowd because
Mm.
I saw another video where this one woman was like, he see people passing out. Like, why didn't he just stop? Well, this is common at concerts, especially when it's a big name artist like
Yeah,
Beyonce,
like him.
again, Michael Jackson, Prince. This is common. You see
Yeah,
people being toted out there fainting. He didn't know somebody died.
yeah.
Now, I believe that the producers, they could have stopped this.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody saw something.
Yeah.
Somebody should have had his back.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah,
focused, he's trying to perform. So I wouldn't put the full blame on him.
yeah.
Again, he's very sympathetic about it. I even heard rumors about
He's gonna
somebody getting pricked with a needle.
security. Yeah.
But this is, I don't think those type of concerts, you shouldn't have kids there. I feel sorry for the families that lost their loved ones, especially the little kid. That was very sad.
Yeah.
And those people, the way that they say that they got in there illegally. So basically, they didn't buy a ticket. Yeah, they kind of forced their way in. So that's why it was overcrowded. Some of those people weren't supposed to be there because they didn't have a ticket to get in. So that's why I don't like huge crowds like that. I don't like
Yeah.
going to concerts like that because anything can pop
Yeah.
off. Especially rap concerts. As bad as I want to go to a no limit
Especially,
concert, girl, I'm like, no,
she said,
look at Donald. I'm telling you, I'm like, can I get it on DVD? Can I find it on the
"You
fire
want to go
stick?
to a
I'm
no
just waiting
limit,
on
honey."
somebody to bootleg it, okay? That's all I gotta say about the rap concerts.
Oh my God. Don the realist, what are your thoughts?
Well, definitely our prayers go out to the families. That's first and
Yeah.
foremost. Um, Travis Scott has nothing to do with what happened. It starts out because I used to do security for different venues. It starts out with the promoters and the people who are putting it together, Rock Nation, who else. If
Mhm.
you know you're going to get 30, 40, 50,000 people, you got to have security for all of that. anytime there's one of those festivals, there's always something. Like you said, Kim, people pass out at Michael Jackson. You see them doing, they have them on their show, just taking them to the edge and dumping them on the side somewhere.
Oh
All
Yeah.
my.
right, now if he's on stage, like you said, Shalonda, when I minister, I don't look at the people.
Yeah, it's
I
God.
found a spot on the back wall and I look at that. So if
Hmm.
he's on stage, he got all these lights in his face. You think he's looking down below him? Because in his mind, he's performing and he figures that, all right, I'm on stage. The security in front of me is supposed to be taking care of all of that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
So nobody should blame him for anything.
yeah.
Now, they're going to bring up stuff that happened in the past because he is an African American successful man and they're going to do anything they can to bring him down. But
Yeah.
now let's that happened a week or so ago. Let's talk about
Hmm.
the other night here in New York City. Taylor Swift was supposed to be on Saturday Night Live or something like that, the taping, and people got trampled outside of there.
Oh, but I
Oh
didn't
See,
yeah,
even
we
know
don't hear
about
about we don't
that.
we
see,
you're not gonna hear about it
I didn't even
because it's
know that.
because it's Taylor Swift.
Right. Yep. I would agree.
They're not blaming her for the lady that got her face bashed on the sidewalk because the people were running.
see.
I had no, I didn't know at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
Didn't know at all. Mm-mm.
Oh, but they're gonna try to crucify Travis Scott.
Yeah. Well,
But if his contract was right, he has no liability for anything that happened that night.
well,
Yeah.
he did say that. Well, they did state allegedly that he's going to
Allegedly.
refund. Yeah, a refund all the money back, all for all the ticket.
Well, he's doing that out of the kindness of his heart because he don't have to get him nothing.
Don the real is, I agree with both. I'm telling you, I am for. I'm not going to sit here and put the blame on that young man. I mean, now I
No, we
don't.
can't. We
I'm
can't.
not going to support the type of concerts, but then that's how they party.
You
Because
know
guess
what? You know
what? If
what's a
you're a rock and roll person, they beat
yeah,
their head.
that's what they do. Look
Yeah.
at look at
That's
what's
their
that nut
culture.
name? What's that crazy man? Ozzy Osbourne when he bit the head of the bird off and spit it in the audience.
Oh God, I'm
Oh,
How about all right?
I
Let's
know.
not get into politics. Somebody incited a riot,
oh,
Oh,
and no
yeah,
nobody
they
went and got him.
did.
right.
Nobody went and got him.
You got a
So
point.
they said, those are the type of concerts he's known to have. So I'm like, well, that's a certain crowd, and
Hmm.
everybody has their way of celebrating each other or celebrating that type of music, just like rock and roll. They're not wrong because the way they like to express themselves and the what you call that hard metal. They're not wrong because of how, and when it gets worse and worse and worse with the hard metal and the rock and roll, they just go all.
Yeah, and they get high and urinating on the audience and all
Yeah,
that,
you
and they in the
attract
front.
those type of fans. You
Yes,
attract
you
those type
attract.
of
So
people.
he exactly. So he attract. He is. That's what they like. They go. That's what they like. But definitely, I would say young adults, kids. No, it's an absolute
No, your
no.
kid's
And
not supposed to be
parents
there.
should know better. Me as a parent, I would not even. I would even give it a thought. It's a no. Forget it. Don't even
Yeah.
talk to me about it. It's a no because first of all, they're underage now. Young adults, you're a young adult.
Hmm.
You're free to do and live and however you want to live. I just pray and hope that you've learned from the good
Yeah.
raising and words of your parents. But hey, if that's what you want to do, have fun, enjoy your life, and that's my thing with that. But I'm like when I heard kids. And I think one particular child died, right? I think
Hmm.
out of
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like nine that
9 year
died,
old.
and one was a young, like
Sad.
8 or 10 years old, or something like that. He was very young, or I don't know if
Yeah,
he was
his
that.
brother, the one
Hmm.
that died, I believe. I think this is what I heard. I'm not 100. His brother had him on his shoulders. He was
Oh,
holding him up on his shoulders so he could see the stage.
oh, yeah. And it's just that's horror. That's really,
Hmm.
and it's trauma because these people have to live with these people that were truly there to just have a good time. And there are people we know, we have relatives that love that type of
Yeah.
concert. I'm sure y'all have adult kids. Hello, my
Hmm.
child is not an adult yet, but I'm sure they are huge fans of Travis Scott. I'm not a huge fan of Travis Scott. I ain't into all that old crazy rap, but let me tell you what I do work out on the rap because
Yeah.
they have the right beats for working out for
Mhm.
me. So I
Yeah.
do, but it doesn't mean I know about them or I like it. No, just for workout, it gives me energy. It just gives me that crazy energy.
Mhm.
And that's how I look at it, that crazy energy that I need. So that's
Mhm.
why I can kind of understand. Well, if they like to, if he likes to incite that type of behavior, then that's just the way
Yeah.
they roll. Because
No, and
I like for, go ahead.
like we said, those that they it's the type of crowd that they attract. Now,
Mhm.
my children, they're not Travis Scott fans.
She's like they're not into him.
They like rappers or lyricists or whatever you want to call them. I mean, artists, even singers that really talk about something meaningful.
Yeah,
Meaningful. Like my
yeah.
son, I think he liked what's his name? Lamar,
Kendrick
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 Lamar.
Lamar.
Lamar, something
Yeah,
like that.
that's another one I
Yeah,
work out on. Yeah,
you know. So they like people that's talking about something. But
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, we don't. Yeah, like I say, Travis Scott have decent beats, and that's for me.
yeah. So it's
I
First of
like
all,
I
just
don't
if
know
you
these
if you
singers.
go to a
love
concert
lyrics.
and it's standing room only because they don't have chairs, that's a dead giveaway. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
going nowhere
dangerous.
where I got to stand up for the whole show. I'm only going to
Okay.
stand up 2 times. Once to
Yeah.
go to the bathroom and the second time to leave. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not getting up.
He said wants to go to the
I
I'm
always
not
bathroom.
wonder,
paying
do
a
they
hundred
wear
dollars to go see
diapers?
somebody and I got to stand up. No,
Right.
Because they can't
Well,
get in and out easily to use the restroom. So do they wear diapers?
nope. They go right there where they stand.
no,
What?
no,
Oh, I
Don,
bet
What
it's
else they
no,
gonna
stinky.
do? You're gonna
they
lose
should
your
be
spot.
there. They do
You're gonna
not.
lose your spot.
Oh
Oh
my
my.
God!
Think
But they
about
can
it. Where
probably
you gonna
hold it.
go?
Well, they probably hold it because it's what it's like a 2 hour concert, right? So it's
Huh?
not like it's
Men
4 or
can't hold it that
They
long, can y'all?
they down there acting like animals. They picking their leg up, and you don't know because you half of them on. Never mind. Anyway,
But you know, if we had to give a message to people, and our hearts really truly goes out to those families
yes,
who
yes.
lost loved ones, and even for the hundreds that are injured. I heard so many were injured. Um, you know, our prayers go out to those families, because, but the message is to use wisdom. Talk to your young adult children, nieces, nephews. You know, because you know, I hope that the old folks. I hope you know I just really would hope that we're not out there with them, but you never know. But I don't
Mhm.
know. But you know,
He's
have a
probably gonna have to. He's probably gonna have to use smaller venues and do more shows. That's what's
well, you
gonna
know,
happen.
but my thing is this, and you're right, that's good. That's good too. But I'm totally against those type of concerts right now because first of all, COVID is still alive.
Mhm.
COVID-19 has not left the building. It is still here. I even said the city should be blamed. Houston, yes, I said it. Houston, Houston should be blamed for
Yeah.
allowing that type of concert. Of course, Astroworld definitely, but that's part of the
Yeah.
city. They should be blamed for what 50,000? Are you insane? 50,000 people? You gotta tell me nobody? Yeah, okay.
People
I can.
gotten
We
too
probably
comfortable.
never know the numbers, but I can guarantee you, some folks out there, yeah,
Yeah.
be coughing in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But you know, COVID is still alive and well, and there is no way. I don't care what type of event, should have that many bodies. And did y'all see the video, the pictures? They were. I mean, of course, they were
Mhm.
locked in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was really trying to understand. I'm like, it makes you want to go back to that age when you're 18, 19, 20, what, like 21, 22. And when, the people that we had back then, they weren't really like a Travis Scott type like back then. They were rappers, but they weren't like that. Who were our famous rappers back then? Serious K. Don. How many
Probably NWA or somebody.
yeah, they were kind of
Oh no,
wait, they were kind of
no,
rough. Never mind.
no.
Yeah.
Right. Well, they had riots, but if you get normal rappers, you get Rakim, Nas, people like that. They weren't
Right.
exciting. Big Daddy Kane. They weren't inciting riots.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
People like them.
Yeah.
Not like that. No, it was not like that. And it has
Right.
changed. And these kids, these millennials are way more radical and way more daring than we were, at that
They're out
age.
of their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're gonna try things. I mean, when I was 20 or 18 or 19 going to a concert, I don't remember drugs or people, shooting like they. I think it was reported that one of them shot,
Yeah.
inserted a needle in the security. It was drugs there.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing like that going on. If so,
Mm-mm.
we knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
It didn't end up in a massacre like this. So my heart,
Mm-hmm.
our heart goes out to those families, and
Yeah,
I just
definitely.
hope that Travis entourage, his managers, who create those concerts, and because I know he don't, he just perform. He's just a performer. But
Yeah.
the people that's behind the scene putting it
Right.
together for him, that they would use wisdom and all that, and think twice. And COVID is still here, even in that. Hello, and I understand money talks. Especially, I know he made a lot of money. Well, it's all gone
Like you
now.
said, look where it was at. It was in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real
Yeah.
sad. So
We know how
everybody,
they are. We know how they are down there.
well, tell us, Don the Realist, how are they,
Nuts.
Mr. New Yorker?
Yeah. They wouldn't be here with that foolishness.
Oh
And that's
Lord.
sad because New York is known for the celebrities and everything, but they're not acting a fool like they were down
Right.
south. It's
Nope.
always down south, always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Moving on. Okay, so let's get into let's switch gear and talk about some other things that's very interesting as well. So we want to ask the HMV fam tonight as far as we have a question. And this is kind of a little spin on things. A very interesting question, might I add, for us to really think about because it definitely goes on. But it's something for us to think about and have a conversation about. Should adult kids be responsible or obligated to meet their parents' financial needs or obligation? Do you agree or disagree? Do you think that the kids that we raised for 18 years, they went to college for 22 years? Some may want to be a doctor for 30 years that we raised. And now that we're in our 70s and 80s, and baby, probably not even that. We can go younger than that. And, we've run into some financial hardship. Do you think that those adult children should help us out or should be obligated to help us out? What do y'all think? Um,
Yes.
okay, Don, can I call you? Can I call you? Okay, well, explain to us, Don Willis, why do you feel like these adult children should be responsible for their parents' financial obligations?
Because, like you
Mhm.
mentioned, they might want to be doctors or whatever.
Right.
Um, the parents sacrifice a lot for them to get where they're at.
Very
Now,
true.
if they're struggling, quite naturally they can't help their parents. But if they have the means, like I told you earlier, my father's 92. Now, if my father need me, I got him. That's
Hmm.
just me. And
Right.
I'm just hoping that my kids will feel the same way because I'm
Absolutely.
sacrificing and doing what I got to do to let them go to school and get what they
Hmm.
need. But yeah, by all means, they're supposed to go for their parents.
Yeah, I totally agree. Serious K, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I believe it. If your parents are elderly, they're disabled, living on a fixed income,
Yeah.
and they can't meet their needs, you're not obligated, but I think that you should. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, if you don't, that's your business, but I don't think it's right, but you should help out. Now, on the contrary, if I'm 50 years old,
Mhm.
I ain't got it together.
Mhm.
I don't think I should expect my children to pay my bills,
Mhm.
to take care of me, because I'll say, you count from 17 to 50, I had 33 years to
To
get it
get it
right,
together.
to get my life together, to get my finances in order. And my
Mhm.
kids, they're trying to live their life, trying to start their life.
Mhm.
So I shouldn't expect them to pay my bills. I'm calling them all the time, and they got families, they got husbands, they got wives, they got young kids. I don't think so. Now, if they're living with me, they're adult
Mhm.
kids, yeah, okay, take on a bill or whatever. Or if it's temporary, no, you don't have to. Okay, so you're saving up your money, you're trying to buy a house or
Right.
whatever you're trying to do. 6 months. That's when you give them a time frame. Get it together, save it up, go
No.
on, do what you got to do.
Right.
But I don't think that, like in our 50s and I could say 60s, I don't know.
Mhm.
60s is like, well, retirement age, 66,
Yeah.
65 or
Return.
whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe they need a little bit of help, but I think that, we've had long enough to get it together.
Right.
So, I mean, if we ask our kids for something at this age, Shalonda, it should be a loan. They shouldn't be
Right.
obligated. But if they want to give it to us as a gift, then,
That's
by
right.
all means, you can take that. But I
Hmm.
don't think, and I see it so much. I've even seen people, kids stay at home because they're like, well, I gotta, you know, take care of my mom or whatever, or my dad or whatever,
Hmm.
and they don't get a chance to live their lives or whatever.
Right.
I mean, I just think that it's sort of unfair.
Yeah.
But again, if they're elderly, then yes, because we say all the
Mhm.
time, if our kid, if our parents, get disabled and they need to live with us, yeah, they can live with us. We'll take
100%.
care of them and all of that. So that's my take on that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with both of you all. Queen A, Queen A chiming in, y'all. She says, "Yep, we raised them, so now the role should reverse, but it depends too what the need is." Kind of like what you were saying, Serious K. The
Hmm.
Bible says, "Honor your mother and father," and honor is respect and support. I agree with everybody. That's absolutely true. Absolutely right. Don the realist and Serious K and Queen A. Y'all make absolutely great valid points. And it is kind of like a twofold because
Yeah.
I mean I support my parents 100%. They cannot not ask me for something,
Right.
and I'm just gonna go all out. I mean, I would even ask my mom. Now, mom, come stay with me. I'm grown. I'm asking my mom.
Yes.
Y'all know what my mom? I hope she
Now,
telling me. You know what she
let me
telling me?
ask you this one now.
Girl,
It
please.
makes you more prone to give when they're like that, when they're so grateful. You just want to give
Yes,
anyway, you're gonna give.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Go ahead, Don. What were
Now,
you saying?
suppose the relationship is strained, and
Mhm.
your parents, you guys, didn't have a relationship with them throughout your life course or whatever, and you see them doing bad. Do you offer, or you just go in another direction?
I
I
will.
think,
I would still offer.
yeah, I think
Okay.
just out of
Still
honor and
offer.
respect,
Because it's still your
Yeah.
parent. Yes. Okay.
because
Yeah.
it's my parent.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like it's like that bond. That bond is even more so. Once you're an adult, and they need you or you see them, and even if there has been some, because come on, let's be real. There's some bad blood between kids and their parents, adult kids. Not children. That's totally different conversation. But adult kids and their parents, and maybe there hasn't been any healing taking place on the parent side. We're flipping it on the parent
Yeah.
side, but the adult child has maybe went and got the healing that they needed, but that parent is still stuck in whatever condition. Um, I think that just out of honoring and respecting who that person is to you in your life, that is your mom, that is your dad. They did the best they could when they had the opportunity to do, and you know better. So when you know better, you do better. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
saying to pacify their bad habits or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
you got a parent that love to party. Hey, okay, really, mama, at 80? Being funny, but
Yeah.
that love to go out, love to hang out, love to shop, 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 shop. And
Yeah.
like you said, Serious K, you're like, and we talked about the mortgage the other day, and I see you with some Gucci shoes on. Like,
Right.
where do you get that from, mama?
And you have a spouse,
Yeah,
that you got to help out.
exactly.
And it's like,
So
mama,
then
daddy, come
it's
on
time,
now.
and that's unfortunate, but okay, I'm gonna have to give you some adult treatment because yeah. Queen A says, "What if you don't have a relationship with your parents and they want your support?" So, what are y'all thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Do it.
Like we were just saying, yeah, you still
Do
think you still help out anyway.
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Even if you don't,
You,
and if you can
yeah.
help out, help them out. If you can't, you can't. Um,
But don't be an enabler, like you said, Coach Shalanda, if they
yeah,
have some type of addiction or
right. Or
just,
living
just
recklessly.
not
Yeah,
responsible, living above their means and all this kind of
right.
stuff, then it's like, okay, listen, I'm gonna give you this and
But
that's
look,
it.
yeah. Yeah, because even in that, they would do us like that. If the roads were
Yeah,
clear and we were struggling or going through a hard time, they're gonna want to make sure. Okay, now we didn't let you $5,000 2 months ago. Now what's the problem, and what are you doing about it? So there has to be progress on both ends. Now, elderly, when we're talking about elderly, I believe
yeah,
what y'all mentioned about the ages, the 70s and 80s. Come on now.
yeah,
That goes without saying. But the younger, the
yeah,
50s,
yeah. Because I always tell my kids all the time, they always, Mom, what you need? You want? I was like, I don't need nothing. I got a husband, I got a job. I said, y'all don't owe me anything.
oh,
Now they know
when
I
I
am
was
about my birthday. I might put in the order for my
yeah,
birthday. I'll send them a picture of something. Look, this is the purse I want.
I
You and
like
your brother
you.
get together, buy me this purse for my birthday. But
Yeah,
other than that, I'm like, no, 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 no. Get your life together. Get your life started. I'm
right.
good.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's the way you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Now, if you want to celebrate me just because,
Yeah.
and kids do,
Yeah.
like I think you mentioned, you asked about your father, about you wanted to do this and do that for your father. He's like, no, I'm chill, come
It's
on.
good.
And your
Yeah.
father is definitely the age to, how old is your father again?
92.
Whew,
Yeah.
it's like time to
Driving,
take it in.
Yeah.
driving, and hanging out with his girlfriend, all kind of crazy
Oh,
stuff.
wait a minute,
Wow.
your girlfriend.
Hmm.
He sound like he's real lively.
Yes.
Wow,
He,
that's a
Wow,
he, yep,
that is
blessing.
beautiful. 90 some
yep.
years old, you still in your right mind where you can date and enjoy your life.
Yeah.
So we're talking, fam, about two extremes here. We're talking families that got it together, doing well, and the parents are in some needs. You help them out. We don't want to be enablers, and we know exactly what that means. Supporting bad habits, and we all know. And we're talking about adults. All this is adults, not children, but strictly adults. And we all know what that means when you're supporting bad habits. We don't want to support no bad shopping habits, no bad anything, habits. And then have that conversation. If you got those, you're able to help the parents out, and they're maybe in their mid to late 50s or early 60s. Have those conversations. We're all adults here. Okay, so what's going on? Because I'm going to help, but I want to know what's going on. And then have a plan. Have a plan. If it's good and if it's cool, you want to move your family in. A lot of people live together. Some
Yeah.
cultures, that's what they do.
That's right.
Hispanics,
Yeah.
Indians, y'all know Africans. That's what they do.
And they don't have a problem with
I don't have a
they
problem
don't
with
have
it.
a problem with, oh, that's I wrote my name on the milk carton. That's my milk. You know, everybody share. When they go to the
No,
grocery
seriously.
store, girl,
But
they at Sam's. Let me tell you, they at Sam's, they got the bed cart, whatever you call it, honey. And everybody's at the register. They got their money together. They putting it together. Nobody has to fight and say, okay, we spent $300 on groceries last week. Can you give me my 150? They have no issues. But for some
yeah,
reason, I'm just being for real here.
yeah,
We can't do that.
our
Nope.
culture. Let's
We
keep it
can't do that.
100.
We
Our
can't come
culture.
together. We'll have
We
so
cannot.
much more. We can build a whole community
Yes,
together and have so much more, but we just won't do it. We
we
too
won't
busy
do it.
fighting crabs in the bucket.
And competing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it? Sibling rivalry. You know,
Mm-hmm.
going to compete. Well, who's going to get to the top first? And it shouldn't be like that. In my mindset, the older I get, the more I want my family to be close to me. The
Yes.
more I want my mom, my
Yeah.
dad. My dad probably wouldn't because he'd say I'm too OCD, too crazy. I can't smoke in the house. I can't walk in the house. I can't do so
Yeah.
he tries to stay away. But my mom absolutely, because she raised me this way, so she
Yeah.
absolutely love it. But then she don't want to live with me.
Yeah.
But the older I get, the more and more I absolutely love the concept, the idea of it all, because I understand. You
Mm-hmm.
learn, you grow, and I understand. Yes, you want your privacy, but guess what? They make homes that have, what do y'all call those homes?
Mother
Mother,
daughter,
Mother-in-law sweet.
mother daughter,
mother daughter. Where you're at, they call
mother
them mother.
daughter, mother-in-law suite. Yep.
Yeah, they have their own little space. It's your
Yeah.
house. This their house. It's right next to the garage or whatever. So they build those homes. And if it's a whole family living together, don't you know the access of resources that are there?
See, I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't do that. I mean,
And
with my father, yeah, but the
uh,
rest of them, no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I listen. I wouldn't mind. I
Are
wouldn't
they
mind them being
watching?
close, but yeah, they watching. I wouldn't mind them being close, but
he
when I
always
come outside in the morning, I don't want to see them. You
okay,
got to be like
really,
maybe an hour and a half away.
Lord help. So
I
you
mean,
wouldn't.
you might not want to see them every day.
That's true.
Right.
That's true, and we
Yeah.
respect that. You're right, because you're adults, and I always say, it's kind of rough for art, more than just a husband and a wife. Living in the house, you got your sister and your brother, or your brother and his
Oh,
wife.
that no, that'll never
It's a
happen.
lot.
Um, I I
I'm
would
talking
pay their rent
about
before
y'all.
that happens.
Right, I understand that part, but fam, just understand. I'm talking about mom and dad moving in. Y'all know y'all should
Mom and dad, that's it. It stops there.
God.
No brothers, no
Whereas
sisters,
sisters
no
and brothers,
grandkids,
Hmm.
y'all
none of
are
them.
out.
Nobody. I'll leave them in the house and I'll leave. Y'all can have it. Bye.
Oh Lord.
Moving on, moving on. So we clear on that, fam. Have those conversations with your parent. Definitely be there for. They were there for you for 18 years. They sacrificed their life for those that did, because there are some
And some
parents.
of them are sacrificing even when the kid gets 30, 40, and 50 years old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when the roles are reversed, think about that and do the right thing.
That's right.
Honor, love, and respect. Do the right thing by
Mhm.
your parents. So let's move on, y'all, to some good old juicy conversation here. And let's just keep everything in perspective. Don the realist. Let's keep everything in perspective. We may reference a story, y'all, but this is a question for the general population, not just the story. Okay, Don the realist. So the question is, HMV fam, do you think that married women should dress accordingly, or certain, not a certain way, but dress respectably or respectfully when they go out to nice events, parties, costume parties, dinners, gathering, girls' night out, birthday parties, whatever special fun event? Do you think they should dress the part, dress accordingly? Married women, and more so, let's zoom in on first ladies. Or should they join the festivities? If it's be half naked, should they be half naked, or pick your own costume, and it's a little provocative? Isn't that okay? It's a costume party. Um, I think so. What do you think, Serious K? You tell me.
Well, typically and traditionally, first
Mhm.
ladies are supposed to carry themselves in a
Yes, sir.
particular way, a particular manner.
Right,
But times are changing and people are dressing a little bit different. That's even
right,
when I see like ministers on TV. I never thought I'd see the day where a minister have on a t-shirt and some Jordans, walking
right,
on stage and preaching or whatever.
right.
So I think that, how can I say this? Well,
She's trying to
there are baby
trying to
Christians
make
out
sure she
there,
put her words
and
right, y'all.
and you have to present yourself a certain way because they will judge you, and
Yeah.
they will say, "Oh, y'all Christians, y'all this and y'all that," but look at her, whatever. But I
Hmm.
also think that it depends on the relationship of the husband and the wife, because some husbands, they condone it. They like, "Oh yeah, baby, that's sexy. Wear that.
Yeah,
I
baby.
like that. Put that on."
Hmm.
They down for it. And
Hmm.
some men say, "Oh well, no, you can only wear that when we are together." You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because they
Hmm.
have that protective mode, like, yeah, like my girl with me, she dress sexy like that, and so if somebody try to do something or say something crazy, I'm right there to protect her. Or it's like, this is my arm candy, this is my trophy. Look at my wife, ain't she fine? Ain't she fly? Or whatever.
Right.
So I think that it just depends on the marriage. It depends on, because every marriage is different.
Mhm.
And it's kind of weird to me that some men are like, yeah, dress like that. I'm like, okay, so you want your wife to be out there, everybody seeing her goods or whatever. But
Mhm.
in terms of Megan Good now, I remember when her and her husband first got together, and they were on a talk show. I can't remember which talk show, but somebody stood up in the crowd and they addressed it like the way she dressed.
Yeah. I
And
was,
he like went off. He like, okay, no, you ain't finna come for her.
yeah.
Okay. Number
Hmm.
one. And then number two, he even explained how she was dressed like this before we met. And you have to understand that she's a movie star. So when she walked the red carpet, yeah, she may have on a V-cut gown, or when she's in a movie, she may be dressed a certain way. This is who she is. She's a movie star. So basically he was saying, I accept it. So by him saying that and she go out like that, you can't go back on your word and say, no, this is not what I want you to do. So he
Right.
accepted that. He agreed with it. So she think it's okay. She goes out and she dressed that way. So what can he do about it?
Yeah, that's true. He did make that statement publicly. So,
Yeah.
Don the realist, what are your thoughts on? And be nice. Be nice. Disclaimer. Be nice.
Okay. Yep. This is just from my mind. Has nothing
Okay.
to do with the show. Um, like I told you before, I like making good.
Yeah.
Um, some men get excited, they get aroused by watching other men get excited over their woman.
Mm.
Oh,
Now, if you're a first lady, quite naturally, you're supposed to carry yourself a certain way. Now, you guys know I got two pastors. Well, it's a
hmm.
bishop now, and then the pastor, which is his wife.
Right.
Um, Super Bowl Sunday, we do something called Jersey Day. She wears her Dallas Cowboy jersey, and she preaches in her Dallas Cowboy jersey. People got something to say,
Wow.
but
Hmm.
it's Jersey Day.
Right.
Everybody in the church is wearing jerseys. She
Yeah.
just happened to like the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if because they don't like the Cowboys or it's because she's wearing red bottoms and a jersey. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
People need to, especially people in the church, stop with the emphasis on clothes.
Right.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be naked, but
Right.
Uh-huh.
like Kim, you said that you never thought you would see the day where a minister will come up and preach in a t-shirt and Jordans. Listen, I could wear a suit, I could preach in a suit, but I think I'm more effective when I got my jeans on and sneakers
Because
because
you're
I'm reaching a
comfortable.
different yes, and
Yeah.
I'm reaching a different crowd because now when they look at me, they see themselves in the mirror. That's why I always
Yeah.
told y'all I'd never like civic attire. I
Yeah.
have to wear it sometime, but I prefer not to because if I'm trying to reach these guys on the corner, I can't come at them with a collar on,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's right.
That's
you
true.
know.
That's right.
Hmm.
But as far as Megan Good and her husband, whatever they got going on, that's their business. All right. Now, if
Hmm.
she's supposed to be a first lady, she got to carry herself as a first lady. Now, who are they covered under? Who's over them
Hmm.
that can actually talk to them? Nobody knows.
Yeah. Have no idea.
So,
Mm-mm.
right. So now it's just sad though because that's our sister, and
Yeah.
they're gonna magnify it more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad,
They will.
but
And Queen A makes a very good point. You guys make a very good point. People should learn how to dress the part when they're, for every occasion. So
Yeah.
this is, it's not really difficult to talk about, but come on, if we just be really honest about this topic, it's a hard conversation because it deals with truth. The truth is you must be respectful as a first lady. Period.
Mm-hmm.
They Fashion is so diverse now. It's so diverse now for those of us that are really into fashion. Serious K. So we're really
Mm-hmm.
into it is come on, Don. You do a lot of shopping too. It is so diverse to you can hang with the best. I'm talking the best. And be so respectful in your dressing, and you don't have to stoop as low and show. Now, it's nothing wrong with, and this is what makes the conversation hard. There's nothing wrong with being sexy for your husband,
Mm-hmm.
or I mean, it's really kind of weird for the man to be sexy for the wife. We have our thoughts as far as how the man is sexy to us. It ain't
Yeah.
got nothing to do with you showing your, all your body, maybe them arms, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing. But we ain't, you cool, you
Yeah.
good. But the women, we can really floss. We can flaunt it, but it's a way to flaunt it. It's a way, and you can be just as. I'm trying to think. Seriously, can you think of? I'm trying to give the fam an example of someone that's always tasteful. They're sexy, classy, all in one. And they are
Yolanda
not out
Adams.
that real bad.
Yeah,
Yolanda Adams.
yeah,
Sexy and classy.
If you look at Yolanda Adams, she don't wear
Classy,
nothing
definitely.
revealing. She's always
yeah,
classy.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Mary Mary
If she
ladies.
was a first lady, you could look at her and
Mhm.
say, "That's who you. That's a
Yeah.
first lady."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mary, Mary. I forgot all about them. See, I was trying
Mm-hmm.
to
Oh yeah,
Michelle
Mary, Mary
Obama.
too.
Yeah, Michelle Obama. Oh,
It's
remember
Michelle
they got
Obama.
mad at her because they felt like,
You're
remember when she
right.
wore the long shorts that time? Remember when he
I
first got
don't.
in office? It was like first ladies don't wear shorts.
Oh,
And they were long, like right above her knee, and she had the sweater tied around her neck.
Sierra,
First
I didn't
ladies
even
don't
think
wear
about that.
shorts.
I was trying to think. She said, Nikki said Future versus Sierra Russell. Exactly. Like when she was with Future, y'all know how she. But
Mm-hmm.
now that she's with Russell, she's a classy, sexy.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama, classy, sexy. Who else did y'all say? Mary, Erica.
Mm-hmm.
Another one.
What's the other one? She's
Classy, sexy.
Regina King.
Oh yeah,
Did
Regina
y'all look at
King.
her
Mm-hmm.
Instagram? Boy, that girl right there.
Regina King.
Classy, sexy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a way
Mm-hmm.
to flaunt it and still, if y'all saw, what she had on, she, of course, Megan, you got it going on. Don't ever think you don't. And it is your business because, they say it's my
Mm-hmm.
business. I dress how I want.
Yep.
But, I think Queen A says if she feels like she's trying to make a statement. What was that? Megan may feel that. What was that? Megan may feel that she's changing for something or someone she may not want to be. Can you fault her for it? And that could be.
Yeah. Because
That
he
could
knew
be.
that's what I was saying from he knew what he was getting and
Yeah.
he agreed with it. He
But
was
look
okay
Yeah.
how
with it. He
long.
knew from
Look
the
how
beginning.
long. Look how long. Now all of a sudden she woke up. Now she wanted, just like that. I think that maybe she got a project coming out, just like we're talking about and the world is talking about it. If she drops a movie next week, everybody gonna want to see it.
Everybody gonna want to see it. Yeah. And now they probably really not drawing attention. This could only draw attention if you go to their social media. And I don't know if it's like that with the Facebook, but with the Instagram, you definitely can't find their page. But we've already tried.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it's like on the Facebook. But I don't know. You're right. They could be coming out with something because they're trying to draw attention, like our famous, Will Smith, and he's just sharing so many highlights in his book, but it's drawing attention, and we want to see the movie. We want to read his book. So
Mm-hmm.
they put those little nuggets, they put those little breadcrumbs out there, and we're like, ooh, and just like with Megan, with her, and we're talking about this conversation, but this is a real conversation. This is a real conversation to have because more so now the trend is half naked. That's all you see on Instagram. But
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen so much butt. I don't know if it's real or fake
Mm-hmm.
in my entire life. Butt and boobs in my entire life because that is the thing. And people feel like that is the past. And I'm like, it's so many famous people that have arrived. I don't know if I've seen Rihanna, um, a lot of her Instagram posts and whatever, but I don't know. Do y'all know? Serious K, do you know? Did she used to flaunt herself? Like I
Oh
know
yeah,
she
she
got
still do.
Nikki
She does
Savage.
both. She does both. She does. Yeah, because she's when she performs, she's more provocative when she
Provocative,
performs. Because she'll
like
have on a one
Beyonce,
piece or something like that.
right?
Yeah,
Like Beyonce,
yeah.
yeah.
So so
That's another one.
she'll
I
show
forgot
and not
about
show.
her.
Yeah.
Beyonce, beautiful, classy, sexy. She
Mm-hmm.
loves all about when she's performing, and that's another thing. You're performing. I wouldn't want it. I mean, but Janet Jackson did it, but I wouldn't want all that stuff that she had on performing. You
But
hide.
see, that's what people don't understand. They want to dress like them, but then they have to understand when they're performing, they dress like that. But when you see them every day, like when
Every day.
paparazzi catch pictures of them,
They're
they
not
don't
like
be dressed like that. Beyonce ain't walking around in a onesie every day. She ain't even going to the
that.
cocktail parties in a onesie, but we might go to a cocktail party and somebody have on a onesie with a sheer sheet over them or something.
We don't want
So
to talk about that
that's
one
what they
girl.
don't
We're not
get.
gonna talk about her.
Yeah, I'm like, these people are performers. Y'all, they
Yeah,
don't dress like this every day, but some people
yeah.
do.
Yeah, yeah, we're not gonna talk about that one big girl. No, we're not gonna do that. But anyway, with that sheer purple on. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about her. But so getting back to the first ladies and stuff, I think there's a dress code because we represent,
Mm-hmm.
and you represent. People will have more respect for you. I know that things have changed, time have changed. It's people's business. It's my business. I wear what I want, and it is your business. But still, if you are in front of the public's eye, you have a responsibility to uphold before your peers and before what you call the kids that are watching you, the young ladies that are watching you.
Mm-hmm.
You have a responsibility, a social responsibility, and I'm not talking, I mean, and the reason why I say she's a role model is because she's married to a leader. Now, is she a leader? I don't know. We all may have our own opinion on that. But I can definitely say her husband is a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there should be a way to that you should carry yourself, and maybe some of the things that you do experience, you may not experience some of those things when it's pertaining to that, or it can be stemmed from because I want to live my life. And I remember, do you remember the time when they did an interview? She said she was going to stop going to church because how the people picked on her, how
Oh
she.
yeah. Mm-hmm. They judged
Well,
her
first
and
of all,
picked on.
if she's a first lady anyway, she should be celebrating Halloween.
Well, oh, well, well.
Well,
Unless you're bringing up a whole different conversation.
she had no business there in the first
That's a
place. If
different
she's,
topic.
I'm just saying, if she's a first
Mm-hmm.
lady, so maybe she's not a first lady. Maybe other
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, he'll be back, y'all.
He
Some
done clicked himself
conversation.
off.
He didn't click this. Well, we're gonna move on from this conversation, Miss Serious K. And Don the Realist, hopefully he'll be back on. Clearly, that was some technical difficulty because he didn't click himself
Yes.
right on off the show.
We've been having a lot of that going on.
I don't know if what did Nikki say? Megan knew how he was. She approached him first. Woo, that's serious. Nikki Green said Megan knew how he was. So
Mm-hmm.
she approached him first. So remember when she had the interview and say she knew that was
Uh-huh.
her husband? Well, if you knew that was, ooh, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
can y'all respond on that? Because I want to say something so bad.
That's what I was, it goes both ways. She knew him and he knew her.
Yeah,
They
maybe
didn't
this,
mix from
you
the
know what it is?
beginning, but they
yeah,
Maybe
did it
sh-
anyway. But
maybe
that's
she needed
lust.
him because she thought that he was the one that can calm. Maybe she needed something. She was looking for something. She got tired of the way she was doing things, which I didn't think there's nothing wrong with what she was doing, other than her dressing and a couple of movies she did. But maybe she needed that stability that she thought that he could give her. And then you fast forwarded to now, it didn't work.
right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, because she may, and what I pick up is like she may feel like he's trying, like I think Queen A mentioned, like he's trying to change her. He's trying to change her. Nikki says she was looking for someone safe. Yeah, yeah,
yep.
because you could see the insecurities there, or that used to be there in her. And he is a safe haven. I would definitely say Devon Franklin, and better
Mhm.
not he better not be around and you say
Mhm.
something about his wife. He is coming at you like a lion.
Like he's supposed to,
Like he's
But
supposed to.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Exactly.
she's attractive enough that she don't even have to get naked.
That's right. But
That's
yeah,
the
but
part.
there are a lot of insecurities, there, because she talked about, if you remember when she was little, she played on East Bayou. She talked about how she was teased as a kid because she had that big gap in her
Yeah,
teeth, and
yeah,
they teased her about her lips and stuff like that. But she got her teeth fixed, and
yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah,
And she's a beautiful. When I saw her, I thought she was pretty.
yeah.
I've always thought she was a beautiful young lady. Always. Even now with her, you could tell like she's fighting for some type of liberation within. She's fighting for some type of liberation. And honey, we have life coaches, we have therapists, we have counselors. If you want to go a little deeper, we got psychiatrists and psychologists. I mean, we have people that you can talk to. Queen A says they should do a second version. Okay, really, Queen A, a second version of the waiting until you know for sure. you know,
Okay.
you got jokes. Their lifestyles are completely different. She says she's beautiful. That's true. That's true because they did do the book, The Wait, and now this. But and we have to understand as people, we know all of us have gone through marital issues. Marital issues is a real life situation. It's a real life thing. It happens, and it will continue to happen because people are constantly growing and evolving, and tests are steady given within a marriage. That's just the way that it the life. That's the way life goes, and you
Yep.
have to know how to get through those life situations. That's all. And once you come on the other side, come out on the other side, your marriage is so much stronger, so much better, and so much beautiful. But you gotta get together and do the work, as the y'all say. Do the work. Call the thing a thing. Do y'all think that he's okay with it? You think that he?
No, I think that that's why they're not on social media. I think that they may be getting some type of therapy,
Yeah,
because it's such a coincidence that both of them are off at the same time. They may be trying to come to some type of resolution. If not
yeah,
therapy, then some type of resolution within the marriage, either to end it or to go forth or whatever. So I think they're trying to work
yeah,
something out, either way, to end it or
yeah.
to keep going forward.
Allegedly, right. And I hope
Yeah.
so too. Yeah, I hope so too.
But
And
think
hopefully,
about it though. Where was he at? He wasn't in the picture.
no, he wasn't.
No,
It
well,
was
he
he
doesn't.
probably wasn't. Yeah, he's always away doing movies and stuff. Don really so
Hmm.
don't
Yeah.
like don't
Yeah.
be trying to talk up for them. But he probably was. But another thing got to me was the ring, no ring.
Yeah.
That's a clear sign for women. Now, men, they may not have on a ring. That's just men, and it's more acceptable for
And
men
you
Yeah.
know what,
to wear
y'all?
rings.
We
What?
keep saying Megan, Megan, Megan. He's not perfect. He's a man. We have to
That's true.
remember he's a man. We don't know what kind of hangups he have,
That's
what
Yeah,
true.
type
because
of
we all
things.
got we all got hangups. We all
We
know.
all do. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like we,
true.
we just keep looking at her
Her.
because we see the world in her, but
Yeah.
we're not thinking about, you don't know what she have to put up with that
Put
man.
up with.
That's like one
That's
of my friends was, we were just talking today, and she was saying that y'all bishop, y'all have the same bishop, and she was saying that he was preaching one day on stage, and he said, listen, he said, don't clap about what I'm saying, when he was talking about, there are problems in the marriage. Marriages
yeah.
always have problems. He said, but him and his wife, they decided we're not going nowhere. He asked his wife, first lady, you
Yes.
going somewhere? And Sister J said no. And he
No.
said, no, y'all stop clapping. He said, y'all just see me, this man on the stage. He said, you don't know who I am when I go home with
You
her. You
know.
don't know. You
Mhm.
don't know me. You just see Bishop Jakes.
Yeah.
So we don't know
Yeah.
who Devon really is.
That's true. That's
You
a
know,
very
we
good
know
point.
we know Pastor Minister Devon, but we don't know
Yeah.
Devon.
We don't know. And he could
Yeah,
be something else. He could, we don't know. We don't
we
know.
don't
It may
know.
be a little challenging. And I think Queen A mentioned she's fighting transformation. They both may be at that point where they're both fighting because God trying to take them to, is wanting to. God don't try nothing. He's wanting.
Yeah.
He is pushing them, to move up. Okay, it's time for y'all to go to the next level in your marriage. And I had the conversation about that. We all understand this marriage thing, but when the one spouse is elevating mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, guess what, people? You got to get on board. You don't have to do exactly what they do, but you got to find your elevation pathway too. Because
Mm-hmm.
when they're moving up and you're right here and they're steady growing, steady moving up, guess what? And if you're not even attempting to move up with them, and you could just be just hanging on with them, just right by their side and asking questions and engaging with them and just trying to learn that new person because every season you it's like you pull off a shell every season. Every
Mm-hmm.
season of your life, you pull off this shell, and you're steady blossoming. You're steady becoming a new Kim, a new Don,
And
a
some people can't
new
handle
version.
that.
And you're right,
Their insecurities can't handle
you
that.
can handle that. So it's like if you're not going to jump on board, then somebody is going to get left by the wayside, or it's going to be a very unhappy. You.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want that. We want healthy marriages for
Yeah.
marriage.
Yeah.
Green A says, wait, Nikki says she says he's preachy. Oh. Ooh. Well, okay. And Queen A says souls come together for a reason. Even if it's not a divine connection, it's still a God connection for you to grow, learn, or heal and transform. Mm-mm-mm. And on that note, y'all, this has been a great show. Hopefully, the HMB fam has been uplifted, inspired, healed, transformed. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, y'all, to our YouTube page. Like and
Yes.
share it on Facebook. Like our Instagram page. And y'all better join that Patreon, honey. Because you think that we're discussing things live, you don't want to be behind the doors, the closed doors of the Patreon. Don, we're so glad you came. Yay! Don
Yes,
had a
Don.
paintball. You know what? We're gonna have a show all about Don the Realist. We
Oh,
gonna get all
yeah.
the real
But
business.
that would have to be on Patreon.
Give him free range.
Yeah,
Queen, they
man.
said great show. Hey Don. Oh, she missed you, Don the Realist.
Who misses me now?
Hey, she said, hey, it's been a great
Hi,
show.
well, I miss you too, my dear.
Oh,
Yes.
God. But
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
I miss my sister. That's what she all right. She all right.
oh Lord, we love you, HM fam, HMB fam. And Nikki, we're so glad you tuned in tonight. She always got
Yes.
some good points, some good perspectives. So we're so glad you came on. Come on back. We'll see you guys next week. Meanwhile, Queen A say, don't be funny, Don. Meanwhile, y'all be safe and in love.
Be
Yes.
And
safe.
on that note, we're out. Good
Good
night.
night.